Wagwan people! Good evening, guys. My name is Nabila Milicia. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my channel. I am currently working on a dress for my bestie, and I have for the past couple of days. And so we are almost done, but not really. um, Tonight I'm going to sew down the ruffles at the bottom of the dress, the hem of the dress. And I already pinned them in place, so we're just gonna sew that down. And then we have to work on the ruffles of the shoulder, the wire for the shoulder, and a couple more things. But like I said, I'd like to get started on the ruffles of the hand. I love it so far. Originally I wanted it to be a little bit more dramatic, but I am not mad. I am not mad at what she looks like thus far, because she is just simply gorgeous either way. And there's no way to make it more dramatic with the same fabric because the fabric ran out. So I purchased literally the last 5 yards. So I had previously purchased 10 yards of fabric, and then I went back for some more. Hi! Yes, you are the first. Thank you for joining me. Yeah, I purchased 10 yards, and then I went back for more because I thought, you know, let's make it more dramatic. The 10 was not enough. Normally when I sew down ruffles, I attach it all the way. But this time I'm actually not going to attach it all the way down, because I have actually in certain areas flipped over the ruffles to make them a little bit more dynamic. So we're basically just basting it in certain areas. Not so much basting, but just sewing it down in just spots. Kind of gotta push it and tug it and pull it, but we're getting there. Yeah, definitely. That would be nice. I would appreciate it. Hi, everybody. How are y'all this beautiful evening? And I also am removing the pins as I go. At first I was kind of afraid that the ruffles would move, but I am attaching them in multiple spots so that they won't move. And this way we're making it appear fuller than it also is. Hi, Keen. Oh, I just pulled my thread out. Hey, hey, how are you? It's been a minute, bestie. Thank you for joining me. How have you been? What's new? Okay. Let's see here. Where we at with it? Okay. I see the pin. I'm just trying to figure out how to access it best. Hi, Alfana. Just like he said, Toxic, it is a dress for my bestie. It's a maternity dress. Oh, okay. That's good. I'm happy to hear that. I am happy. That's so good. It is a big project. It is, but it's fun. And I feel that's the most important part, you know? Oh, okay. That is good. I'm glad to hear it. That's really good. And having a good, comfortable place at home is important, because if not, then work is gonna get old real quick. You know? Should be very careful with pulling. This is a little bit on the difficult end because of all this fluff. But so far, so good. I think that before I move all the way down, I'm gonna go back and start on layer number 2, so that we are not losing parts of it, because it's like it's pinned, and as I'm moving, I'm accidentally, you know, removing spots that were pinned by pulling and tugging to get to other pieces. So I want to make sure that I don't lose my spots, because this is organized chaos. I literally you know, pin certain spots so that I know how to fill it up, so that it doesn't seem empty but full. And there's so much thread because I don't know where this thread is from. Let me leave that. You go to work in your PJs. Love that. You can still do your laundry while you're working. Thank you. My hair is so nice and full today. For a while, it wasn't as full anymore because I had heat damage, but my hair is coming back. And I'm also not making it as wet as I normally do when I put my product in. Usually if I add more water, then it curls up quicker and I take then less product, but now I'm using more product, less water, so that it's fuller, shrinkage is a lot less. The curls are not as popping, but they're still there, so that's good enough. And with time, you know, they will define more and more. So thank you for that. You're gonna go back. My initial thought was to pin one layer, sew it, then pin the other. But I was on a roll last night. I was like, nah, let's just go for it all. But I'm kind of regretting it a little bit because it's a lot more difficult this way. But we're gonna do it. We got it. It ain't none. Hi, Joey. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Let's see. Where should we go next? Right here. You're saying, are you from Earth? Oh, thank you so much. That is so flat. That's so cute. I am flattered. Thank you. Okay, so I got a whole bunch of thread stuck in here. That is from, I don't know where even. Let me cut them. Oh, they're from my bobbins. All right. Let's go to layer number 3. Okay, layer number 3 came loose. So let's see. It should be even. We can maybe pin her right here. Let's see how that looks. Okay, these are just loose threads. Making sure that this looks good before I sew it. Or let's move it over a little bit. Maybe right here would be better. Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna gather it though so that it has a little bit more body. I appreciate you. Okay. Um, Hi. Shout out to Jamal. Okay. I am making a maternity dress for my best friend. She's expecting a baby girl, and so I thought let's just surprise her with a beautiful dress. She knows by now that I'm making the dress, however, she does not know what the dress looks like. So that is a complete surprise to her. But I kind of had to tell her, you know, just in case, so she wouldn't. I mean, she's going to purchase a specific look that she has in mind, but this will be look 2 basically. And I know what look 1 will be. She shared the details of look 1 with me, but this one ties in with the theme of look 1. However, it's a completely different vibe at the very same time. So I absolutely love that. She has an idea of the silhouette, maybe also the material used, but she knows the color because originally I wanted something very soft, like a baby pink. And then when I ordered it, the picture on the website, the picture was like this pink. Like right now it looks dark. Hold on, let me take this off. So you see how light this part right here is on the edge? This seems a little bright, but the edge is so much softer. And then when I purchased it, it was like this. Like, I don't know if you can really tell the contrast. Yeah, you can. So like the lightest part in this pink is what I was going for. But When it came, it was this, like this color basically is what I was going for, this super soft pink, right? And then when it came, it was like this. So I was like, dang, that's not the vibe. But it is a pretty fabric, a pretty color. And so I just sent her a picture and I was like, hey, you know, it's not the color I was originally going for, but how do you feel about it? You know, and she actually liked it. She said that she wanted something softer too, but she was like, this is also really unique, which I agree. It's a unique color. And so we were like, let's just do it. Let's just keep it and make something beautiful out of it. So that's what we're doing. Yeah, thank you. She's super sweet to me. She's a really good friend. And she is a model and she often models for me. She did in my previous collection, my last collection, and other collections too. And so I was like, let's just do something really nice for her in return, you know? Yes, I do make my own patterns. Sometimes I can use a store-bought pattern if it's something that is simple, or sometimes I use a store-bought pattern and then I tweak it to create my own pattern. But for the most part, I create my own. And for this one, I used a store-bought pattern for the corset, and for the skirt, I draped the skirt basically. Hi Hannah, I am making a dress. It's gonna be a maternity dress. From a bestie who is pregnita. So that's what I am doing. I'm going to sew beautiful butterflies on it because she loves butterflies. So do I, but she really loves them. And so we have that in common. And so I'm going to sew butterflies on the dress. And I think that is also what will make it unique. I'm pretty certain that there are dresses out there with butterflies on them, but not like this. I don't think like this. And so that's gonna be the fairy tale part about the dress. You know? Making her little fairy tale kind of dress. Hi Dwayne, how are you? It's been a long time. How have you been? Accessing the edge part is a little easier because I can literally roll it up and insert it. Yeah, everything is going good on my end. I am having fun with this dress. I have no complaints, honestly. I'm glad to hear you're doing good. Okay. Let's see here. Richmond, Wagwan. How are you? Hello, hello. How are you? Ay, ay, ay. I'm making a maternity dress. And right now I am sewing down the ruffles at the bottom of the dress. She's going pretty well so far, thank God. Ooh. No, not for me. It's for my best friend. Aw. Okay. My mother is doing really good. Thank you for asking. How is your mother doing? That would have been nice. I completely forgot about my tea. I had made myself some tea because I wasn't feeling too good earlier. It's actually cold now. Nah, lukewarm rather. It's still on the warm side. I shall tell my friend congratulations. Thank you. So let me show you guys. This is the top. It is a corset. I'm going to add a lace up trim here so we can get a ribbon through it, and it will be nice, like a corset back. It's like this, and then we will have ruffles in the front going across the shoulder to the back, and then it has a train on it, and the hem of the train looks like this. And then I am going to add butterflies on top of it. Let me show you guys. So I'm gonna take you guys on a little tour with me. Come with me to show you guys. I'm just messing. Ooh, I think I'm stuck somewhere. Did I get stuck somewhere? Oh, the thread is stuck on my chair. 1 second, guys. Bear with me. Oops. I don't know why this thread keeps getting stuck everywhere. Oh, sorry, guys. This right here is the top. I put the butterflies in, but this is not exactly how they will be. She's having a girl. So this is gonna be the top. We got the butterflies. I just put them in just to kind of have an idea what it will look like. And then I will leave one just in case she wants to put it in her hair. These are looking a little bit more realistic. So we have different, 3 different pink ones. And here we have another one. So the larger ones I will put on the hem. And we also have these. These have rhinestones in them, but these are like organza. So these are fabric butterflies. So I'm going to spread them, you know. And so this is the dress with a train. Let me see. I have to flip it over. So basically that's what a train will look like. And the butterflies will be like, hold on, like that on top, you know. So it'll be like this randomly. I'm not gonna keep the stem on them, maybe a little bit of it so that they can kind of stand out of the two. Right now I'm just leaving them as they came, but that's how they came basically. And so right now it looks like that one is floating, you know. And so let me show you guys. This is one of the organza ones. So it's like flimsy. It is double layered. Let me see if I can like open it up. So you see, it's double layered. And the rhinestone is so cute. Hi, okay, you're here. So that's what it looks like. And that one comes in different colors. It even has blue in one. Blue and green. Orange. I'm gonna use them all because it's gonna give like fairy tale, dream girl type of, you know, dress. So that's the idea here. Let's see. I'm gonna see if I can pin the dress to the dress form so you guys can kind of, yeah. Nah, I don't want to mess with what it looks like, but imagine just this with all that fabric back there and then the train. So yeah, that's the idea. And then she can have one, you know, in her hair, whichever one. Well, I was thinking about one of the darker ones. One like this, or maybe this one for in her hair. If she wanted to, if not, I'll just sew it. Or maybe even a smaller one like that, you know? Just to bring the overall look together. And this is the ruffles. At first, I was like, oh, the ruffles are not going to be enough. It's going to be looking skimpy. But looking at it now, I think it's definitely a decent amount, you know. I am in love with it. I appreciate it myself, and so I'm quite certain that she would like it, you know. All right, now let's continue. I just wanted to show you guys my progress and, you know, the idea. Thank you guys for liking my video. I appreciate y'all so much. Let's see. Yes, the final touches for the hem, and then we gotta do the shoulder piece. And I am looking forward to the hand sewing part of the butterflies. That to me is one of the most exciting parts. I'm super excited. I cannot wait to refill the dress to her and seeing her reaction, you know. I wish I could just have her blindfolded and put it on. I'm not gonna do that much, but just having her see it in the mirror for the first time, I want to capture that reaction, you know. I wonder if she's gonna cry. Oh. This one is right here. I wonder, will she cry? Will she be stunned and amazed? I know she'll be happy, that's for sure. I have so many thread pieces, which I'm gonna come back and clean those up, but I'm trying to get as much as possible as I go. But the parts that I did not get, I will come back for. And so I meant to start earlier today, but I spontaneously hung out with my cousin today and we went to the mall afterwards. And we stayed there for quite some time. But tomorrow, I intend to work on it for as much as possible. Because, what is today? Ooh, today's already the 25th. Oh my god. We need to hurry. We as in I. Oh, I need to hurry, hurry, hurry. Oh, you like sewing sometimes? Yes, it's really nice. To me, it can be very therapeutic, especially when the design is coming along perfectly. When it's not, it can be frustrating, but for the most part, I love sewing too. You did it in school? Okay. Was it like in high school or something, or middle school where you had sewing classes? Or did you do it in college? Oh, your mom sews. Okay, that's really nice. My mom did too. She still does actually. She just started picking it back up. But she used to do it full time for a living when I was a kid and even before I was born. Oh, oh, oh. Actually, that's yes. Oh, my shoulders. This is a workout, guys. Oh my. Okay, you made shorts, 6-piece skirt. What? Baby clothes, jacket, shirt. That's nice. That's a good collection right there. That's really good. Okay. Right here. I'm just kind of tacking it in different spaces, different places, instead of sewing it one straight line because I have twisted it in some areas so that it would be more dynamic in a sense. Okay, we are almost to the end of the first layer. Ay, ay, ay. I'm so sleepy now. Oh my. You'll be on the listening end. I feel you. I need to be calling it a night soon. I've been quite productive today. Okay, so layer 1 is done. Nice and secure. Okay, and we're gonna go to layer 2. And just so you know, I have 3 layers. Well, the third layer is kind of spread. I cut up the third layer in 3 pieces, and did one on each end and then one in the center, because the third layer wasn't long enough to be a full layer, but you can't really tell. It looks just so great. Oh, okay. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you so much. Oh wait, this is actually layer 3 that I've been sewing. Oh, I lost my thread. Yeah, it was definitely nice to see you in here too. I appreciate you chilling with me. Mm. Oh, you did? That's so good. What is your content about? Congratulations to your first 2 videos of many more. Oh. Okay, that's really good. I like that. I love that actually. Oh, my battery's at 10%. Okay, layer number 2, here we come. Oh gosh. Okay, here we are. Good. Oops, I pulled this straight out. Oh my. I think I'm gonna do this last one and call it Annoyed. Oh, I gotta tug and pull and tug and pull. But we are getting there. Getting there, getting there. Okay. Wonderful. And cut. Okay. So there we have it. I will. Oh darn it! I have actually created a whole talk in here. I'm gonna actually cut this loose because it's creating a whole gather that was unintentional. And it's a little hard to see. Okay, I managed to cut that off. It's still secure in certain areas, so that's good. And I'm cutting some excess thread off, so the garment is clean on the inside, or at the bottom, low-key on the wrong side. These are all clean except for here. Good, good, good. Clean. And that's really great. I really love that. That's so wonderful because a lot of times these young men don't really have the guidance that they actually need, even for basic things like hygiene and grooming themselves. So I really love that you're doing that. Yeah, and your audience will definitely find you. So as long as you just keep posting, you know? and staying consistent, it'll all happen. And of course, God will bring those to you that He needs you to steward, you know? I am originally from Suriname, South America. So the Caribbean. Honestly, I wonder if it's faster to hand sew these. I think I might do that tomorrow. Instead of machine sewing these. I think I'll actually enjoy it too. Because then I don't have to tug and pull. Like doing that first layer was cool. But the second layer is going to be a little bit more, a little harder to access. So, hi. I am not going to go to church tomorrow. I'm going to watch it online rather. Because I stay really far from my church. And so I would ride with my cousin, but she actually wants to go to a church that's a little bit smaller. So she found a different church. And I still like my church, which I used to always catch the train and the bus. And it took me literally like 2 hours to get there. And sometimes 2.5 to 3 hours to get back when I was living in a different area. But in my area, I would first have to get on the bus for 15 minutes, then get to the train station, then take the train for 50 minutes, then take the church shuttle for like, 15-20 minutes. I used to love the church shuttle, or that it was there, you know, versus catching another bus. But what I don't like is that the train that I typically get is one of those early ones, and so there are a lot of homeless men on there, and typically I would be the only female on there, and so I didn't really feel safe. Granted, they wouldn't come near me, but still, that uncomfortable feeling was always there. And besides it being uncomfortable with, you know, a whole bunch of homeless men, and I'm the only girl on there, it would also be like smelling. It was just not, there's no hygiene. It's just, you know, it's not clean. And so I didn't really feel like, oh my God, I want to be on the train, you know? Like it would be, I'm showered and I'm dressed up for church, and then I get in the train and it feels gross, you know? Not to be mean or anything, but that's how I truly felt. Like it doesn't feel sanitary in here. And then I have to sit in church, you know, without feeling, just to hop back on the train and feel more of it. But then by that time, you know, it will be crowded, so I'm not at least the only girl on there. So I only did that for a couple months when I moved to this place, because I'm literally like opposite of my church. And I moved closer for school. And so I would Uber to church, but that was before COVID. That was already like $50 round trip. Now after COVID, those prices aren't yesterday's prices. So it's like, it could easily be like $60-$70 round trip to church. And I don't mind it occasionally, but every single Sunday, that's a price tag right there, you know? And then I have some people that I can call and, you know, say, hey, can I get a ride to church? But it's two ladies, and they're super, super sweet. I love them. But one of them, she serves at church, so she has to be there like, 7:30 a.m.? And so I would have to get up mad early, which is not the problem. I'm willing to do it. But what I don't like is that by the time I'm actually in church, now I'm feeling tired, And then the pastor's preaching, and I'm like, and then, I don't like that. I don't like nodding off in church. Like, I want to be fresh and awake, and I want to take notes. So if I feel like I'm going to be nodding off, I don't want to go to church, because I feel like then I might as well stay home, refreshed, and actually listen to the word. Because there's nothing worse than fighting off sleep in church, in public, period, but especially in church, because it's like, it's so comfortable, it's soothing. The AC is always on, so I'm super cold, which is gonna make me more sleepy. No. So I'm like, let me just stay home, be comfortable, and read. Yeah. But I really love going to church, though. I really miss it, too. And I am gonna go one of the days. One day I'm just gonna tell my cousin, please, let's just go together. And then she's gonna be like, all right, let's go. But the truth is also, I sleep around 3-4 a.m. So to be up at 6 or 7 even for church is not a good feeling. Yeah. I love being in the presence, and I love being around other believers, and worshiping together. Like, it's an amazing feeling, nothing compares. But I also, don't beat myself up for it, because I don't drive right now. And for years, honestly, for years, I have sat on the bus and the train. Like, when I used to live basically not midtown, but near midtown, it would still take me a lot to get to church, but it was more like hour and a half. So for years, I did like hour and a half to 2 hours just to get to church. And now that I'm even further away, I'm like, it's okay. I actually it didn't matter to me how far it was. I made sure that I got there every single Sunday on time. And I'm like, I've done it. And I'm not saying that I didn't like it. I'm not saying that I will never do it again, because most likely I will. But for now, I'm also okay with, streaming and reading for myself. And I feel like right now it's more important for me to sit at home and study for myself. Because if something like COVID ever happens again, I don't want to be so desperate to find a church that I end up in a church that is actually not necessarily a good one, because during COVID, my church closed down, and my pastor at some point started streaming by himself. Like, he would be the only person, and whoever was the cameraman streaming. And so I did that, but I felt like, oh my God, I gotta be in church. So much so that I went to a friend's church, but that was actually not a good church. Like, I felt like that church did, spiritually, to me personally, more harm than good, in a sense. But it was really because, like, oh my gosh, COVID is happening, and we're all panicking and freaking out. And then it's like, gotta be the church, gotta be. But if I had taken the time to really just see God for myself, like in the comfort of my own home, and, focusing on hearing God for myself, it might have been a good experience, or a better experience even. And so I'm working on studying and learning things for myself, and building the relationship with God, and making sure that I hear Him, and that when I do hear Him, that I trust that it is Him. And moments of not necessarily feeling like this is God, and acting or not acting on it, I learned from those moments, and I'm like, okay, last time God spoke to me in this way, this is very similar, so then I know, you know what I mean? So yeah, I feel like that's where I'm at, honestly. And like, I do miss being, in person for sure, but I feel like I'm in a good place. And I'm learning to fast correctly, because for years, you fast, but you're not really doing it the right way. You're not really like, you're just like, all right, well, I didn't eat and I cut off social media and I cut off TV, but there's a lot of other things that come into play when you're fasting. And so I'm learning those things now. And yeah. Yeah. Yes, exactly. Exactly. And it's an ongoing thing, you have to learn God for yourself, his voice, um, different things that he's showing, signs, all of this stuff, fasting, praying, reading. And sometimes reading is not easy, and when I experience those moments, then I listen to the Bible app instead. And then sometimes I play it while doing dishes, sometimes I play it while sewing, like when I'm not on YouTube Live. A lot of the times I play it overnight when I'm sleeping, because your spirit is never asleep. So even though I'm not conscious as I'm sleeping, but my subconscious is still listening and catching the word, so my spirit is still growing, right? So that's what I do. I use the Bible.is app. So Bible is app. And I love it because you can choose if you want one person to read the entire Bible to you, or what I have is where it's animated, meaning that each person in the Bible has their own reader, basically. So let's say Mary has somebody, a lady that will read her parts, whatever Mary is saying, she will read it. Paul has a person who will read his, so he'll have his own voice. There's one person that has the voice of God. Like every single person in the Bible has a voice, even the kids, Jesus, God, all of them. And so it's really funny because that's how it kind of makes the story become a little bit more real, and engaging. And then it has a little background music. Sometimes it's like piano, or sometimes it's more like drums, for like some parts that are more, how do you say that? Is it enticing? Parts that are more, not so much scary, but even the scary parts, the parts about the legions, you have a voice that's like, legions. Yeah. And when they're crying, they're like very hysterical, like when they're weeping and all of that. But it's a really fun way for me to engage and learn the Bible, and sometimes I'm like, I've heard this part before. Where did I hear it? Or when did I hear it, But then I'm realizing, like, I keep playing this. At some point, your subconscious or your conscious is going to catch it on. But I really like it. Hey, Adit, how are you? How are you? How are you? I am doing good. What about you? Whew. Oh, you're welcome. No, I'm in the same studio. The same place. I've been here for 5 years in the same spot. Yeah. This is my good old space. Part of me is like, oh, I want something bigger, but part of me is also like, I'm not relocating because there's so much that comes with moving, that's awesome. There's so much that comes with moving, like packing up. I don't like the packing up part, the whole moving part, literally. Like the aftermath, I don't mind. But even that is sometimes difficult because now you got to give everything a place and, but part of me is like, nah, I'll stay here for as long as I can. excuse me, as long as they don't go up on my rent, I'm good. Because I don't want to pay too much for, you know, the space that I do have, because it's literally is not that big, and it's perfect for me because it's just me. But it is also small at the same time because I have collected so much stuff over the years, you know? And yeah, it can definitely get pricey if you get a bigger space. So that's why I'm like, let's just stay here for as long as possible. But I am wanting to declutter urgently, and I need to expeditiously. I have so many bins that I haven't even opened. Well, I have 2 bins in my closet right now that I have not opened since I moved here, which is 5 years ago. So I already know that whatever is in there, I don't need. I need to declutter and throw those things away, because if I haven't touched them in 5 years, I probably won't in the next 5 years. Some of them now are artwork that I've done when I was in college, when I first moved here. And so some of those pieces are dear to me, so I have to go through them and see which ones I want to keep and which ones I need to let go. But I do have to declutter expeditiously because there's just so much stuff here that I know I'm not using, you know? That definitely takes a whole day. Definitely. But what I'm gonna do is set 30 minutes to at least an hour a day to do something towards it. I have to start with my closet because my closet is piling out. I donated a bag of clothes yesterday, and a couple weeks or months ago I donated a bag too. And so I want to continuously go through my closet, things that no longer serve me, that I no longer wear, just give them away to somebody who's in need, or just goodwill. So I'm making space in my closet. And then I want to make space in my sewing area because, like, guys, what even is this? You know, I have bins right there with fabric. That is a black bin piling out with fabric. Some of them I use for scratch. This is my sketchbook. I actually put it there because it was in my way, and I just threw it there, but it has a place. I need to just put it there. Then I have bags underneath there. I don't even know what's all in here except for fabric, you know? So I have a whole bunch of stuff like these. Sorry guys, I lost my phone. I cannot even tell you what's in these bags. I think this box is probably one of my sewing machines. And so I typically don't want to get rid of my machines. This is my trash can from when I'm sewing. But this is my 3-tier rack with supplies. I need to organize that. I had bought this rack thing thinking, okay, I'm going to organize stuff on there, but yeah, how much can you really put on there? You know what I mean? And so that I bought for thread, but really I put only my embroidery thread in there because that's all that fits. So yeah, and then here I have my embroidery machine, and there I have a serger. That one needs to be fixed. Here I have my regular, you know, and then here I have my other serger. This is a new one. And so even my desk, like I recently cleaned up my desk because it was messy, and now it's all over messy again. So I have a lot to do, and I'm like, God, send help, please send help. Oh gosh, but I'm gonna get it. You're gonna have to say a very big prayer. Yikes. Exactly. I need help. I need somebody to come up here and help me. And my mom, she wanted to help me so bad, but we were out every day, and so she's like, next time. So yeah. I'm not married yet. Not yet. So it is an artist storage. But the crazy part is, as messy as it looks right now, I know exactly where everything is. I really do. I really do. Yeah, so say a prayer for me. I take it one day at a time. And I think that sometimes with everything being so all over the place, it makes me feel like blah, you know? And I don't like that feeling. So I know it's really time to declutter, get things organized. Corey, how are you? It's definitely been a very long time. He said you're inspiring me to paint my house. Yes, please do. And not pay a contractor. Please do it. It's fun. You know, play some music or something relaxing like jazz or gospel or something and just paint. That would be really good. You could just take your time with it, you know? Because sometimes why would you pay somebody else if you could do it just as good? Now, if you're not good at it and it's gonna take too much time and you don't have the capacity to learn it, yeah, pay somebody for the convenience, right? But if it's not necessary, do it yourself. Yeah. 1400. Ooh. You got it. Go to YouTube University. Find some tips and tricks on how to paint, you know? Save you some coins. In this economy, do you know what you can do with $1,400? Now, if you know for a fact that it's not gonna be good if you do it yourself, then yeah. But if you can, I would say do it. Do it, do it, do it. Right? Oh gosh. Corey, how have you been? It's definitely been a long time, man. Yep, double coating. Tape everything off. Put some plastic on the floor, plastic over certain things that are surrounding. Don't wear your good jeans. There you have some free tips already. Set up for success. You know? Yeah. Shoot, you might be the one charging people $1,400 now. You could be like, you know what? I'm starting off. Let's do 1,200. Heck yeah. You are so welcome. No, for real, you got it though. Just make sure you get the right brushes, the roller thing. I saw this person who was doing the ceiling and they had an umbrella upside down and then the roller stick through the umbrella and they were like this on the ceiling. And so basically whatever would splash would fall into the umbrella and not on them. I was like, that is smart. Oh, if it irritates your eyes, try to do those goggles, and you know, maybe one that also, and then just a face mask. And make sure that you do it when the weather is on the nicer end so you can open all your windows and yeah, open the windows, open the door, so it's constantly ventilated. I don't know if it works for all paint, but where I'm from, people would say leave a cup of milk, like dairy milk. I'm saying dairy milk because you have plant-based milk like almond milk and, you know, oat milk, but actual dairy, leave it open because the milk would soak up the fragrance or whatever chemicals is in the paint. And so that's how they would get that smell out swiftly. Now, how well it works, I don't know because I've never tried it, but growing up, people always would say that around us. So that might help you too. But definitely keep everything open, you know? So you can get that fresh air in while painting. And maybe also see if they have a paint that is maybe like allergy friendly, you know? I'm sure that multiple people have had irritants with paint, so Yeah, exactly. One of those types. Try to find like allergy friendly or irritation friendly, whatever, paint, because there might be a chemical in it that's causing you to feel the way you do, you know? So if you could find something like that, it might be helpful too. Yeah. This has definitely been fun. I am going to end the live, guys, because my battery is at 3%. And it's also 11:13 p.m. So I need to go take my shower. Yes, you can get one of those suits for sure. I would definitely recommend it. So I would do all of the above, like open all the windows and doors, get the allergy friendly paint or chemical free paint, whatever, and get one of those suits. Just do all of the above, and you know, that'll help. And then also put on gloves, you know, that way it doesn't come on your skin. Because even no matter how careful you are with paint, somehow at some point paint gets in a place where you're like, how the heck did it get here? You know? Exactly. That's so funny. Exactly. Thank you so much. Thank you all for stopping by and chatting with me and connecting again. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me for sure. Thank you for liking my video. I thank you guys so much for engaging with me. I appreciate that a lot. I hope to see you guys tomorrow. I want to continue on this dress tomorrow because I definitely want to have it done. It's already at the end of the month, but I definitely want to have it done by the end of the month, which is like today. um, yeah, I definitely need to have it done as soon as possible because she will have her baby shower in November. So the idea would be to have the photo shoot so that she can print the pictures and have them, you know, at the baby shower. So I definitely have to get it done as soon as possible. So I need to step on it. Peace out, everybody, as Freshly says. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Bye.